The crypto space has been getting absolutely decimated over the past year, with prices down over 70% from their all-time highs. Trading volume is at its lowest levels that we've seen in quite some time now. Google search trends for crypto-related queries are way down. Social media engagement is basically dead. And that's got a lot of people wondering, like, hey, what are the next big trends that could bring attention back to this space and kick off the next bull trend that could carry us to new all-time highs and beyond? Well, I'm going to talk about 7 things that could do just that in this video today. I'm going to talk about these as a blockchain developer who works this technology on a daily basis. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to this channel. And if you want how to master blockchain step-by-step start to finish, land your first blockchain job, then head on over to dappuniversity.com/bootcamp to get started today. All right, so let's jump into this. Let's talk about 7 things that could bring back the crypto bull market. So I'm going to borrow pretty heavily from this piece published by CoinDesk, so I'll put a link to the original article down in the description below. But let's go through these step by step, and I'm going to explain them and also sort of add my commentary. So trend number 1 that could cause the crypto bull market to come back, or at least could be a deciding factor in a new crypto bull trend forming, is the Ethereum merge. Okay, so again, this is the biggest upgrade in all of Ethereum's history outside of its initial launch. Okay, it's one of the biggest events in all of crypto's history. And there's some pretty significant implications for the price of Ether post-merge. The Ethereum price is always based on simple supply and demand factors. How many people want to buy versus how many people want to sell, and then how much is there available and how much new Ether is hitting the market every single day, how much is being sold every single day. So the price is totally a function of supply and demand. Now, with the merge, over long periods of time, ETH is most likely going to become deflationary, meaning there's going to be less Ether on the market every single year on an annualized basis because we're burning more Ether than the blockchain is creating, because after the merge, the issuance of ETH drops by about 90% or so. Okay, so that's the supply side of things. Now, what about the demand? Well, basically, post-merge, now ETH is going to become a blue-chip staking asset, and this can cause lots more people, particularly institutions, to want to hold Ether because they can get that price appreciation over the long term, but also get the staking yield. Not to mention that ETH is going to be more environmentally friendly as a proof-of-stake blockchain, and that could actually allow people who are prohibited from holding proof-of-work coins to hold staking coins after the merge as well. So if you have a situation where the supply is getting more scarce and the demand is increasing, then that's an organic recipe for price appreciation and could be one of the things where you start to see the price actually gain some momentum, some traction on its own, and the rest of the crypto market could follow and help push another bull market forward. All right, so thing number 2 that could cause the crypto bull market to form again is rollups bringing the next wave of crypto user demand. So during the last, crypto bull market, one of the biggest things was people coming to the space, seeing innovations like Ethereum and saying like, hey, this thing's way too expensive and it's to use and it's too slow, okay? And that's why you had all these alternative layer 1 blockchains pop up. They're like, hey, we're going to crush Ethereum. We're going to be so much better. So to buy our coin and watch it pump in price, right? So, the long-term solution for Ethereum getting faster and cheaper to use is layer 2 scaling solutions. So you can see those over on a website like L2Beat.com. You got things like Arbitrum 1, Optimism, ZK Sync, and others. So basically, what is a layer 2? Well, it's creating this second environment that works kind of like a blockchain in and of itself, that runs piggybacked on top of Ethereum, and you can pay the transaction fees in Ether itself, okay? And then it uses Ethereum, under the hood essentially for its security. But then you have this execution layer on top of it where you can make things faster and cheaper to use. And so rollups are getting better all the time, okay? We're seeing lots of adoption of rollup technology, and these ecosystems really start to flourish. And so, as things start to snowball again, okay, we can have increased demand for crypto technology because now more people can afford to use it, and it's just faster and, enhances the value proposition of crypto altogether. All right, so trend number 3 is Ether flipping Bitcoin as the number 1 cryptocurrency by market cap. So what do I mean by that? Well, you can look on a website like coinmarketcap.com or CoinGecko, and you can see all the cryptocurrencies listed here. And the number 1 is always Bitcoin. So why is that? And you might say well, it's because Bitcoin's, $20-something thousand because of the price. Well, that's the unit price. The market cap is how much all the cryptocurrency is worth, okay? And so they're ranked by market cap. So, some people think well, ETH, if it's going to flip Bitcoin actually become the number 1 cryptocurrency, it's got to go to $25,000. That's not how it works. Basically, all the Ether in existence has to essentially become worth more than all the Bitcoin. That's how you compare the market caps. So essentially, ETH would only really have to appreciate in value by about 2x from where it is in order to flip Bitcoin by market cap and become the #1 cryptocurrency on a website like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap.com. So that is a very possible scenario that happens post Ethereum merge. I'm not saying it's going to happen, not guaranteeing it, not financial advice, of course. For all the reasons I talked about before, like the ETH supply becoming more scarce after the merge and the demand increasing because of increased interest in the Ether price of the cryptocurrency, plus its ability to get staked on the network. Both of those things combined could cause, ETH to appreciate faster than Bitcoin, outperform it, and surpass it and become the #1 cryptocurrency by market cap. And so if people who have kind of watched crypto in the past and checked out and then come back and they pull up CoinGecko and they pull up CoinMarketCap and they see that Ether is now #1, that's going to send massive shockwaves throughout the entire internet, could cause people to go down the rabbit hole and sort of ignite that fire again. And Ether flipping Bitcoin could be that initial spark that pulls off that entire thing. All right, so trend number 4 is DeFi rollups bringing back DeFi summer. So what does that mean? Well, in the summer of 2020, we had this era called DeFi summer that was really preceded by just the initial explosion of DeFi in general, or decentralized finance. So what happened essentially was all these decentralized finance applications popped up. And that was honestly one of the biggest things that kicked off the crypto bull market that we just saw previously, because you saw early projects like, Uniswap really take off, and we didn't have DEXs like Uniswap before then. But even Uniswap getting adoption, we saw early projects like, Synthetics and, Aave, previously ETHLend before it even rebranded to Aave, really start to gain in price while crypto was still firmly in a bear market. So, you can look at back in, 2019, the Synthetics price started to increase. Of course, it kind of cooled off a little bit. But we saw a massive run where you could get 100x gains off of some of these early DeFi projects before the rest of crypto started to explode. We saw new apps hit the scene like, Wi-Fi. It was the summer of yield farming with crazy projects like all the food tokens and like Yam Finance. And so many people were making just insane gains before everything else popped up, like all the Alt L1 trades and the dog coins and all that type of stuff. So a similar thing is happening right now, over on the layer 2 ecosystem. At least it's beginning to, okay? We're starting to see DeFi really gain legs. We're seeing some projects like, GMX start to really perform well. And the whole idea is we could see history repeat itself on these brand new ecosystems as rollups start to gain adoption. And this could be one of the big trends that causes another bull market. So trend number 5 is NFTs pivoting to gaming, and play to earn becomes play to own. So, NFTs have absolutely exploded. Especially in 2021. Okay, we saw a ton of hype around the NFT market with all these crypto collectibles hitting the scene with NFT mint projects that were generative. And in my opinion, we're just scratching the surface for what we can do with NFTs. And one of the homes that NFTs can find are inside of crypto gaming, okay? And one future that is projected here is over 1 million NFT avatars becoming playable characters across multiple interoperable crypto games. And seeing a big migration from talented game development studios to Web3 gaming, and how a lot of the play-to-earn games like we've seen over the past year or so, like Axie Infinity or others, where essentially you can kind of grind it out in the game and then earn crypto for doing that. Instead of trying to earn crypto, you're not playing to earn, but you're playing to own, particularly with NFTs. And that's a way that you could get those assets and take them out of the video game, and they can be yours. All right, so reason number 6 is basically tokenomic design turning to focus on value accumulation. What does that mean? So we've seen so many cryptocurrencies hit the scene where, there's no real way to get just paid for using the cryptocurrency for it to actually accumulate some sort of intrinsic value in and of itself. That's one of the biggest, criticisms of crypto in the first place, okay? So, the whole idea is you're holding this crypto and you're just expecting more people to hold it over the long term or maybe even the short term. And that's why you expect to appreciate in price, is just the demand to generally increase. Now that crypto might do something, okay? You might be able to use it to, it might have some utility inside of an ecosystem. Maybe you can use it as a governance token, but there's so many, reasons why you're going to hold a cryptocurrency that have proven to not be valuable, especially when, markets get tough and people are just hey, I'm just going to dump this thing because it's going down in price. And, the benefit that it gives me essentially outweighs the cost, or actually vice versa of that when the price is going down. And so they just dump it. So, but if you focus on cryptocurrencies that actually have true value accumulation, that can be solid reasons people to hold a crypto and actually appreciate in price over the long term. So what would be some examples of that? Well, any cryptocurrency where, let's say that you could get a cut of the fees of the crypto project itself within the ecosystem. We're seeing more cryptos do that, where say you can stake it, and then if you hold it, then you can get a cut of any fees essentially that app generates by holding the cryptocurrency itself. And even the example like I was talking about before with Ethereum or Ether, if you can stake Ether on the network, that has a value mechanism built into it, okay? And if ETH becomes deflationary with ETH burning and reduced issuance, that makes ETH more scarce. There's more reasons people want to hold it with staking. You can use it to pay for transaction fees, all that type of stuff. And so it has a much better value accrual mechanism built inside of it. So as more cryptos start to do that, that can be a huge factor in the price appreciating and also a bull market resuming. All right, so those are some of the top things that could cause the crypto bull market to resume, or at least some trends that could be a factor in a new crypto bull market forming. So hope you like this video. As always, smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. That really helps these videos out so that more people can learn about blockchain. And if you're as fast with this technology as I am, you want to get your hands dirty, how can you get started today? You can go to my YouTube homepage. You can find those free courses there. They're like Udemy courses, but they're totally free. And if you like those and you went to the next step, or hey, maybe you want to take a massive shortcut entirely, go for the throat, I can show you master blockchain step-by-step start to finish, land your first blockchain job, change your career over at dappuniversity.com/bootcamp. You don't have to be an expert to get started today. I've helped people with zero coding experience become real-world blockchain developers in a matter of months. So that's all I've got. Until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.